And who doesn't like receiving flowers? Flowers are a wonderful way to bring color and positive energy into one's life. As a matter of fact, research confirms that flowers might be the perfect pick-me-up for many women. Now, imagine receiving flowers that can last for years. Florists Amy Pang and Sybil Marie Juarez tells us about preserved flowers. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And I understand that you brought in preserved flowers. This is one of the, or the first in the Philippines, right?
Yes,
Right. Tell us about the idea. How did this come about?
Okay, this concept started when Amy asked me for coffee and told me, "What are your
Started
thoughts
with
about
coffee.
starting a flower shop?"
Huh?
And I was like, "Flowers in the Philippines? That's actually a brilliant idea." And then she goes, "What about preserved flowers?" And it was such a foreign concept to me. And I did my research, and then I found out that the connotation to preserved flowers is it's a gift for royalty.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah.
Right, right. And then how did this, how were you able to bring it in? I understand you traveled around the world. So tell us about your travels and what you brought in, what kind of ideas you brought in.
We went to Japan together to search the flowers, the raw material there, and we picked the best quality and then bring back here.
The
Yeah.
best quality. And I can see that from the flowers that you brought into the studio.
Yeah.
How long are, these are preserved flowers, by the way, if you haven't noticed, but they're beautiful and they look, of course, well, they are real. So they come preserved
Yes.
when you order them.
Yes.
Tell us about these. I know the, let's start with the smaller ones.
Yeah, those are actually giant roses, giant Ecuadorian roses. They're the largest in the world.
Wow. Where can
Yeah.
they be found? Or is it a secret?
Somewhat of a
Okay,
secret,
okay,
but yeah.
okay. And so they are, people, they order them for what usually?
Actually, the red and the pink one, people order it for proposals, wedding proposals.
The red and the pink for,
Yes.
okay.
The blue one for graduation, usually. Yeah, and black one, surprisingly, it's being given to guys.
Oh, okay. So that's something that we learn something new every day. So if a woman wants to give a guy flowers, the black one is
Yes.
usually. Is there a reason why? Do you know? Black is just maybe
More masculine, yeah.
Okay. Now the bigger ones, where do they usually put these if they want to order something like this?
Usually it's at an entrance centerpiece.
Right.
Yeah. Entrance or maybe console table, usually at the reception.
Yeah, they're beautiful. How long do they last for?
Typically 3 to 5 years and even longer if stored properly. Actually up to 12 years.
Okay, wow, that's great. Now, I know that I did read that flowers can do something to our emotions, and it kind of affects our mood and temperament.
Yes,
Can you
correct.
expound on that a little bit more?
Yeah, actually we've noticed that a lot of our clients, when they receive the preserved flowers, the immediate reaction is so genuine. It like brightens up their day. It's probably why when men go to our studio, they're like, "Can you please make an extravagant arrangement?" Yeah, so it just gives women this certain feeling that can't be replaced by any other material gift, if you ask me,
Yeah,
as
I
a
mean,
florist.
I'm sure as a florist, right, at the flower shop, you must meet all these interesting people that come into your store
Yes,
to
we
order
do.
flowers. What is the biggest market that you get in the Philippines of the people who buy these flowers a lot?
Surprisingly, when we entered this business, we were like, "What's our market?" And then she's like, "Maybe women." In younger 20s to 30s. Now we're noticing that it's actually men.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
they
right.
come to our floral design studio and they say, "I want the most extravagant arrangement for my wife. I want red roses." Just all sorts of orders from guys.
Well, that's good to know. Our men are kind of working it. Well, they have
Yes,
to work
they
it,
are.
right? Yeah, and you know, tell us about. I know you also have fresh flowers
Yes,
at
we
the
do.
store. What are your favorite ones from all the travels that you've done, looking at these different kinds? What are the best ones for you? Most beautiful ones.
For me, rose. Rose, it's very lasts forever. And
Yeah.
because we're florists, we can tell those roses where they are come from. So there's Ecuador rose, Holland rose, China rose, Korean rose, and the local roses.
Yeah,
So many kind of roses, different color,
Yeah.
and then they have a two-tone dyed color. So it's very
Classy.
Right, and it's a
Yeah.
classic.
Roses are timeless, actually.
Right.
My personal favorite would be peonies.
Yes, those
Yes.
are beautiful.
Yeah.
What about for if I want to just pick up like a fresh bunch for the house, which is something I love. I personally love flowers. When I used to live in New York, there were flower shops in every corner of Manhattan, so I used to pick up flowers, at least every week.
Yeah.
So what are the best ones that will stay and last longer if you want to put them in your home?
Personally, I would suggest lilies because they just look so lush and lavish, and at the same time, it's also fragrant. So when you bring them to your home, you instantly get that feeling of warmth and that cozy feeling. So
Yeah.
it smells good.
Lilies and roses. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing all these information about flowers. Beautiful, beautiful products. Thank you so much for coming in this
pleasure.
morning. Thank you. And that was Sybil and Amy from Te Amo Floristeria. Headline News is taking a quick break. Back in a bit with more stories.